Hello again. It's about 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, so we're finishing up prepping the dough. Same stuff I made last night. It went into the fridge. It rose for a few hours yesterday, then stayed in the dough containers and went in the fridge covered with saran wrap overnight. They went back into the proofing oven at about 10:30 this morning, and then we're in there for a few hours. They've been on the counter for about 30 minutes or so. So now we're going to shape and put it into the banneton and get it ready to go. So after I do this, I'll take it out of the bowl here. We'll shape it on the counter. We'll prep the banneton, and then we'll cover it, and then it'll go back in the fridge and for probably about another 3 or 4 hours, and then it'll be ready to bake. Putting it back in the fridge again basically just makes it easier to work with. So when you're doing your slashes and your pretty designs or whatever, the cold dough reacts more favorably to the knife cuts. It helps develop a little bit more flavor. So basically, we're gonna do a little flour here. I've already got a little bit of flour on top of the dough here. I'm gonna work this down around the sides of the bowl. I put a little bit of olive oil in the bowl before the dough goes in. That helps keep it from sticking. So nice big bubbles there. Dump that out. And then some more flour on top. And basically just spread it out a little bit. And what we're going to try to do is build surface tension. We do that by just pulling and folding and like making something from Taco Bell or something. I don't know. So basically we're trying to do this without tearing the dough, and this is actually nice and elastic. So we're just kind of folding it onto itself. Get some nice air bubbles or CO2 bubbles going in there. And then I like to spin it like this, and you can pull it, which will get the surface tension up. A little bit more flour, like that. And then the banneton makes for a pretty design. They're not absolutely necessary, but it gives it a cool design and helps to shape. So this is wet. I ran cold water in it, and so it is actually pretty damp. And then this is finely ground jasmine rice. I just put it through a food processor or a Magic Bullet Ninja, whatever. So get that liberally in there, and then what you're trying to do is just basically coat the sides and the bottom of the container. So that looks pretty good. Dump out what you don't need. And then take the dough, just like that. That actually looks really good. And then a washcloth or a kitchen towel. This is also soaked with cold water, not dripping wet, but it's damp. And that just prevents the top of the dough from drying out. So cover that up. And I'll put it back in the fridge for a few hours, and then we'll bake it here after a little while. See you later.